Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online, and we are back on Valyria doing some more Alpha Abyssals with our Caracal. This time we are going to do T1 Dark Abyssal sites, and the last video I thought I was doing a T1, which is what I built this ship to do. Ended up doing a Tier 2, and while we got through it, I did struggle a lot more than I was expecting for a T1. So I'm actually happier with its performance now than I was at the end of that video. Once it was online on YouTube, one of my viewers in comments mentioned that it was a T2, and a few other people reached out to me on Discord, and when I went and checked, sure enough, it was definitely a T2 site, so it made me laugh and made me feel much better about the fit. So we are going to try it. I haven't changed the fit yet since the last video. I have been training a couple of skills. We're now working on our shield upgrades. We do have the skills for T2 missiles, but I want to go through and do some of the math to see if it's worth it for an alpha to the fitting difference between T1 and T2 compared to the damage, but we'll see. Still kind of working towards getting our final fit, something that can run T2s and eventually T3s. I do think I'm going to end up going Gila in the end anyways. I know that's boring because that's what everybody does, but I think for an alpha that's going to be our best choice. There's a couple fits that Fonsui has from the Abyssal Lurkers here that I've been looking at. There's one for about 500 mil, probably 600 all in, that we may see if I can get it alpha friendly enough to use it. But let's get into the site. Did I not use it already? I thought I told it to use it. Okay. The other thing oh, cool. I never noticed that before. I wonder if that's always been a thing. Anyway, the other thing is Goliath Gaming. Thank you so much. One of my viewers and in the comments, he did donate some ISK to the cause, and we are sitting at a nice little 146 million now, so that gives us a fair chunk towards upgrades and that sort of thing going forward, so thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. I guess I didn't need to turn the hardener on yet, but we're going to get into our first site. We're going to see how we can do these T1s and how fast. I'd like to try to do 2 or 3 in our 30 minutes, so we'll probably get 2. 3 if we go to 40 minutes. We'll see how long it takes us to actually do a T1. What's our first room? We'll see. It is not that bad. Okay. So we're going to just start flying kind of towards them. Once our drone range, I think our drone range is something in the 30s. So we will wait. Actually, we probably want to go across them like this. Keep our traversal up on that cruiser a little bit. What's our range on the missiles? 41. So, perfect. And 31, we'll get our hobgoblins out. We have to watch our drones. We don't want them to die. I don't see any towers, so that's good. We're just going to kind of cut across this cruiser to try to limit the amount of damage coming in. Target up the biocache. So drones are okay. What I tend to watch for is over here. Right now we're red box, which means they've targeted and are shooting us. Oop, there we go. We'll talk about that too. When this turns yellow, it means they're not shooting us, which in the Abyss will mean that they're shooting at our cruisers, or at our frigates. So we can watch for that, but I think we'll be okay now. We'll just burn through this guy. I want to shoot this cache actually. There it is there. Get one volley off. Oh, see, he's targeting yellow. It means he's shooting at my drones now. Yeah, see, so I'm going to call them in. See, we're taking a... Oh, we might lose that one. Oh, no, we got him in. So that's what that means. It means that they are targeting our drones, so we'll just wait. They don't really add that much DPS, so we can let this one regen a little bit. I wasn't expecting to actually be able to hit it, but... Okay, sweet deal. So we can reload this. We'll pulse this once. Why am I not? I wasn't actually going towards it. I thought I double-clicked over here. The other thing that's cool is we got this Summer of Skills, which is nice on this character because it aligns already with what we're already doing, so I don't have to go out of my way to acquire the skill points, which is really nice because it's just kill NPCs, and we do that anyways. We're going to go ahead and jump through because it'll be ready. Once our reload will be done once we hit it. So you can see we have one day 13 hours, so just over a day and a half left on shield upgrades. We're going to start working towards the up-tiered Caracal first, and then we'll start training into the Gila. And we do have 200,000. I'm saving this for now. It does count towards our 5 million, but at some point we will want to spend it. But ooh, this should be pretty okay. Striking Vila Damavix. So with these ones here, The big deal is they have drones. So you can see that there's 6 drones. Each of the frigates has 3 that are their drones, quote unquote. And once you've killed the frigate, the drones stop working. So we don't actually have to kill all of these little X's. You'll see as soon as this guy dies, 3 of these will drop off. So in this one, just focus down the Vilas. Don't worry about the Vilas, however you want to pronounce it. Don't worry about their drones. We're going to keep our drones in because these drones will have no problem attacking ours. We're going to pulse this once to close the distance. We're going to pop this before we start taking out that other striking. So you can see there, 3 of the drones dropped off. I have a feeling they're repping the drones, which is why they're yellow. They're locked us, but they're not shooting us. Alright, let's go grab that while we kill this last frigate. Okay, those aren't bad either. They're 100,000 apiece, as we saw. So that's already, you know, 600,000, half a million. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. We're kind of getting short shifted here, but oh, we're gonna actually have to do a reload. Let's pull the drones out, see if we can't finish them off while we reload. We'll have to keep a close eye on them to make sure they're not shooting our drones, but especially these 3. We're going to carefully watch. We'll recall them as we need to. Oh, we're doing okay. That should do it. Could have them dead before the reload. We'll see. Oh, they're targeting our drones. Let's pull this guy back. Keep the other one fighting for now. Reload is almost done. Call the other drone, shoot him with our missile. There we go. Put him back in his folder. We will go in with 18. We don't need to do a reload here. We're running really, really fast. 5 minutes, so that's not bad at all. I would hope for better loot in the next room, or at least the next chain, but we'll see. So far it's been pretty easy. If we get one of the battleships, those can take, especially the drone battleships. Ooh. I don't know. Okay. I don't have my info sheet up at the moment, so what we're going to do is we're going to go this way. We're going to pulse this once. We're going to burn past the cache, and I want to shoot 1 volley at it while the battle cruiser's not in range. So that'll get that, and then we'll switch to shooting him. He shouldn't be able to track our drones, so we will launch our drones. I haven't changed my radial menu hotkey yet on this character, which I should really think about doing. And there we go. So we are watching. So he's red on us, so he's shooting at us. How far are we up from this wreck? We'll just slow roll in. We got to kill this battlecruiser anyway. He might take a minute. We're going to watch for him to yellow box our drones, and we'll see. Because if he does hit them, it's going to hurt. We may switch to faction drones. They do a little bit less damage, but they have more tank. And since we're not bonused, we could probably use every sort of stitch of tank we can get out of it. Doing alright here, actually. And just grind them away. Hope this last one, let's get something good out of here. Let's get like a module or a blueprint or something. Nope. 5. But we made $1 million out of whatchamacallit, so that's okay. We'll head over to the gate, and we'll call this one a win, and we'll just dive straight into the next one because we are taking these pretty easy with this ship. So, just roll on in over here. Why am I not shooting? Because I am reloading. Why are my drones? They killed my drones. See that? I looked away for a second, my drones died. Oh, that's too funny. We can't stop. We don't want to stop. This is a big heavy hitter. We're gonna see where he is. Let's track him so we can see where he is. Okay, we can adjust our angle. Get our wow. He took out both our drones just like that. I wasn't even looking. Is there a tower? Oh, right. Nope. Multi-body tracking unit shouldn't have mattered. This is the deviant automata suppressor that kills the drones, but okay. We'll take it. We'll have to go pick up a couple more drones now, which I don't have. We might try the next site without drones. Doesn't really matter. They're not a huge part of our DPS if we look at it. They do... Well, they're not on here, so we go into simulate. Can we do that, please? That's too funny. Is my internet disconnected? Uh-oh. Oh, no, there we go. Whew. Usually when it takes that long in warp, it's because my internet is disconnected. Can I simulate this fit, please? Alright, there we go. So we put the drones back in. Goblin 2, 1 and 2. You can see they're like 32 of our DPS. They're 10%. It's not a small, like it's 10%. It's a really good chunk, but I'm not going to go waste time getting the drones. I'm going to warp to one of these to recharge our shields real quick. I don't think I have any drones. I do not. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so we're going to faction drones to get the extra armor, but realistically, they're going to be pretty soft to begin with. Best probably only used against the battleships. Anyways, I'm going to just dock up real fast and recharge. I'll get you guys back once we're headed into our next site. Alright, we are warping back to our gate staging. I did manage to grab 2 more drones. One of my Malro friends lent them to me, or gave them to me. So that's good. That's good, that's good. Do I still have ammo? 700 should be good. That means I used about 300. So 1,000's enough for 2 or 3 sites anyway. I do have a few more of the Mjolnirs back at the home station, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's break our warp invulnerability here real quick. And straight into the next room. That should be finished reloading by the time we need them. So into room number 2. That was not bad. 6-ish minutes, 7 minutes. So we could do 2, maybe even 3 this video. I like it. So right now we are watching the Abyssal Lurkers chat over here. I do want to grab a screenshot while I'm in here, so bear with me on that as well. There'll be a little jittering. The game likes to lag. It may just be that I'm using the... Ooh, we have the escort, so the Aegis is the one, right? Oh, why is it so dark in this dark site? So we're going to start heading towards this cache. Lock these guys up. We probably won't use our drones here. I think it's the Aegis we want to kill first. Whoops, that's too far out of... That's way out of range. Those missiles aren't going to hit nothing. So what we will do is we'll pop this... Oh, they're closing this... There he is. So we're going to pulse over to that bio cache, and then we will orbit it at 5k, though we may have them dead before we get there, hopefully. Sorry, I had to do an escape. It wasn't letting me rotate the camera. There we go. Okay, one down. We'll pop the cache between the 2. We'll turn this off now that we're over here. And yeah, this one's a pretty easy room in this. With this would have been one we struggled with in our Kestrel because those Aegises do hurt. But being that it's a T1 site in this Caracal, I think we're going to be just fine. We're going to go ahead and pop this. We're going to kind of pop over towards it, loot it, and shoot that guy. Hopefully we'll kill him before that reload. Because they're drones, they don't have shields, so that's nice. It makes it a little easier. It's going to be tight. We may have to do 1 reload and kill him with the 1 set of missile. 1 wrap. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Maybe we'll get it. We did get it. Sweet. Okay. So room 1 down in less than 2 minutes. More data surveys. This is just not going to be my day, huh? I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. This should be close enough to being done. You can see how dark the site is, but... Jump it. Did I say jump? I did say jump. That's going to make a really nice screenshot, actually. Ooh, pretty one. Okay, this is Strike Needles. This will be okay. Just going to orbit this, start targeting these guys. We're going to pop the can first. This time. Just because it's 1 missile while they close the distance. And then we can switch it back over here. And start targeting the rest of these. I got to train my skills up so I can target more dudes. We're going to orbit the wreck at 5k. These are going to be quick deaths, so we can probably actually even loot eventually. Where's my wreck? There it is. Try to get the last guy, get some missiles going. Yeah, these are dropping fast. So this is no problem in a tier 1 site. No problem at all. I think if we got one of the drone battleships, we might struggle with time just because they're tanky. Some isogen, that's some building materials that I can give to my guys to build us Triglavian stuff. That's pretty cool. I would have liked something. We'll see. Maybe we can get like a Vedmak BPC or something. One of the skill books. Really, the isogen is something we need. Given the amount of time I have, I could opt to going for the extraction nodes in tier 1 sites, but they're not really worth it. Not really. This one might be tight. I think we'll get them before we have to reload, and that'll be this room done. Reload all. So this is a transfer conduit, so that was room 2. We have one more room. We're going to wait till about here. Once it's about half, we will jump the conduit. So not bad at all. So there's the crystalline isogen. Again, this is a building material. So we're got just out about 1 million from this site. But if we can do them in 7 minutes, you know, that's not terrible. And that's only T1s. As I said, we're going to do our upgrading and we're going to get into the tier 2 stuff here pretty quick, I think. Because this ship, as it was, did manage to pull it off. So a couple upgrades and it shouldn't be a problem. There's one of the battleships. That's kind of what I was worried about. Okay. Well, we're going to try to grab this cache. And then we'll have to orbit the battleship and try to get him. I'd like to not worry about looting at the end, so we're going to pulse towards it. And we'll shoot him once he's in range. That frigate is not in range yet, but he is coming. And then we're going to manually orbit the battleship, because once you start orbiting them, they like to... Whoops, no, that's what I wanted. They do like to try to drag you out to the boundaries. So you got to be really careful when you're fighting these battleships. Once the frigate's dead, we'll pull our drones out as well, because the battleship shouldn't be able to hit the drones. There we go. There we are. This is a little bit dangerous, because we're flying straight at the battleship, but I want to loot this thing before we get too far in. Can you go and get that guy, please? That's a little better. We got some filaments at least. Okay, so we'll start tracking him. We're just going to try to keep our orbit on him here. I don't want to just orbit him, because I will forget, and he will drag us into the edge. So we're just going to keep him in sight, and we'll just try to keep our traversal up enough that he's missing us like that. Since we're missiles, we don't have to worry about range too badly. So I do definitely want to get some co-op together and get our Kestrel in here, maybe with some friends. So that might be fun as well. And if we do that, we'll be grabbing, probably have one of them going after the extraction nodes for the extra materials. But that'll be something coming now that I'm back to playing again. Not gonna lie, real life has been a little busy, but things are coming around, so. Give him one pulse of this, try to get our traversal up. We're kind of, there we go. So I don't want to orbit him. We do watch the gate and the wreck. We watch the wreck, we can kind of tell how far away from the center he's getting us. At about, I think it's 70 kilometers from the center is where the wall is. We're going to turn this because we're now pulling away from him. We should have our missiles up in a second. It's a little bit sharper than I had intended. He's going to hit us a couple times probably. There we go. Missiles are up. We could overheat these, but I don't think it's necessary. I didn't bring any nanite paste, so I wouldn't want to overdo it. And we have lots of time. So I'm wondering if an afterburner might be the way to go, in hindsight. The Microwarpdrive is nice for closing distances, but with an afterburner, he wouldn't be hitting me here. Yeah, he's hitting us harder when we have the MWD on. So we're just kind of manually orbiting here. Can we shoot this? No, don't shoot the wreck. Ugh. It's wasted like a whole bunch of missiles. Because I was shooting my wreck, but didn't want to get destroyed. It's okay, we still have over 10 minutes. So this will be fine. This is fine. Just another Pockets error. So yeah, other than nothing, when I have been logging in, I've been flying some invasion fleets with my guys, with Ash on his stream. So if you want to check that out, he streams a lot, most of the time, a lot of days, like 5 days a week almost these days, doing invasions. So that's pretty fun. They're like kind of like incursions. Well, you guys have seen them. Anybody who's seen stuff, I did talk about it before. But yeah, so we've been doing that. He does them daily. I try to get in there when I can. Other than that, yeah, just been kind of itching to get back on this alpha and do some more Abyssal running. So yeah, he's not pulling me away. I think I'm keeping kind of corralled, which is why I'm going to just do this. Orbit at 5k. We'll see if we can keep a nicer orbit on him. So let's orbit even closer. Let's orbit at 1,000. I think we're nimble enough that we can get in and he won't be able to track us that close. Yeah, see, now he's starting to miss me. And we'll just kind of watch for distance here because he's going to try to pull us over to the wall. He's gonna do some damage while we close this, but let's pulse this once to get in there. So this is a case where getting under the guns should be fine. Being a little fast, we overshot a little bit, but bought us some time for some shield regen as well. And you can see how this, if we got a multiple of these in a row, we'd have a bit more trouble. It would take a little longer, but we got some more filaments. We got a calm exotic. So once we get our Gila, we may make something a little more flexible. But again, we won't be at T1s by then either. We'll be using him to do at least tier 3s, I would think. Okay, are we reloading again? We are. So it would have been nice. We probably would have killed him if we hadn't wasted half our clip on the wreck. That was dumb. It's the other thing I could start looking into. I just realized it, getting some boosters. I do think I have some of those old agency boosters still laying around. I could grab the damage one or something to increase our DPS just a little bit more. Come on. Oh, let's turn this off before we drain our cap. We'll see if he starts hitting us once we're dropped out here. He is, yeah. So even that, the ship's just not quite fast enough to speed tank, even in the dark. That could also be our skills. We can increase that by training the micro or the base ship speed skills, whatever they're called. Navigation, I believe. Subwarp ship velocity, yeah. So we can get another 5% speed out of that. I've actually got the rest of them already as high as they'll go, so that's okay. We're gonna kill them. I'll line out to this. Call the drones, reload our missiles, and we are 30 kilometers out. So once the drones are in, we'll Microwarpdrive over and we will jump home. That is 2 sites. I'm gonna do one more, I think. Lots of time. We're just gonna jump straight out and straight back into the next one. Once our we probably want to let our shields regenerate a little bit, but all right, and we are out. We had 8 minutes to spare on that one, which is still not bad considering I screwed up the battleship fight a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna let my shield regen, and I will be right back for our next site. Not even gonna dock up this time. All right, and we are back in for one more. We don't want to do the agitated. Let's not do that by accident again. Is it? Let's go in and let's get this done. Three tier 1s. And then we'll start looking towards upgrades and getting into the tier 2s maybe in the next episode. We'll see what we have for upgrades. Alright, just get in there, come on. Don't disconnect, that would be bad. Oh. Okay, let's see where he is. We don't want to fly straight at him like that. Yeah, that's exactly what we don't want to do. Let's we got one volley off on this. Alright, once he's in range, we can put the... We're going to want to kind of close a little fast. Let's actually... What? Why didn't you explode? think there's a, yeah, Deviant Automatic Suppressor took out our missiles. Okay, we're just gonna close. Oh, let's turn this off. Crap, way too fast. But that's okay, we'll overshoot it. I was close enough it didn't loot. We didn't want to let him regenerate too much armor or anything. Let's grab the loot while that gets shot, and then we'll just orbit him at tight. That's not bad. Drones are chewing into him. Alright, so this is a battleship right off the start, so that's going to be a slow start, but that's okay. I think we got it under control. Now that we're orbiting him, maybe we'll get some traversal. Ooh, that chugs a bit. It's okay. I think my internet might be dying. So we'll just give it a hot second here, see if it fixes. I've noticed a few little chugs. Usually that's my internet's gonna give me a socket closed error, so hopefully we'll get through this before that happens. But we will see. So what else is exciting? Reloading our missiles. Marrow's still growing, so if you're interested in just doing some high-sec PvE stuff and getting to learn how to fly in invasion fleets, people to talk about Abyss with, definitely come check us out. Lots of friendly people. I'm moving this over a bit so we can see the E-War icon over here. And yeah, just keeping it going. These are pretty easy. This one's going to be a bit rough, I think, with the... yeah, it looks like he's missing us, so that's good. Even when it looks like it hits. See, it was a miss up there. He does have his target painted, which does help him hit us, but we're going just fast enough to stay out of his tracking, so that's good. We're getting a little far out, so we definitely want to watch for the world border. No, we're doing okay. Gonna take a few clips to get through to this guy. Very tanky. Not quite as bad as the drone one, but this might be the one that we switched to thermal for. Actually, I can show info now. And they're equally balanced resists, so it doesn't matter what we do. So it doesn't matter what missiles we use. We did just use up our last bit of Mjolnir. Because yeah, that battleship soaked up a lot of them. That's awesome. So we're going to have to fly the rest of the site on Scourge after this clip, but that's okay. Almost there, and reloaded. So once we get through here and into his structure, it shouldn't take long. Should not take long at all. Because I think it said, yeah, 0%. So we're doing only 30% of our damage. Once we get in here, we'll be applying all of it. There you go. You can see us just chewing away on him now. It's just getting through that armor. A couple more hits and we will be on to the next room. Hopefully we don't get too many of these. That took 5 minutes. Well, I mean, even if we got 3 of these, we should be okay. We might run out of missiles before we finish it if we got 3 of these rooms, but that'll be funny. We're probably gonna have to manually reload this one because we are now out of Mjolnir missiles. So we'll put in some Scourge missiles. Yeah, geez, this guy took a minute. It would have been nice not to run out of Mjolnir. I should have grabbed some more while we were out there. It's basically 100 per reload. It's 5 racks at almost 20. So it's 95 per reload. So yeah, 1,000's not enough. That's only 10. We should be probably carrying twice that. Just to make sure we have enough for all 3 rooms. But this should finish him up. We've already looted our cache, right? Yep. And then we'll start heading. He's actually got us nice and close to the gate here as well, which I appreciate. One more volley, maybe two. All right. Recall our drones. I'm just going to close the distance. We'll let our reload happen, and then we'll go into the next room. So yeah, this fit definitely works quite nicely for tier 1s. There's no problem here. I like it. We'll get some upgrades between this and the next episode, and then we'll try some tier 2s, either this next or the one after. We'll see what we can get for upgrades, where we go from here. Maybe even seeing if we can get into a Caracal Navy might be an interesting idea. This one arguably is an easy room, so we're just gonna... If we drag them into this cloud, that actually might be awesome, because we can track them even better. So what we'll probably do is pop this, and then we're going to drag them over into this cloud. They're not going to have problems tracking us once they get in range. So we can pulse this once because we're far enough out. No, keep shooting. Don't stop shooting. I know I said to stop shooting by accident, but do what I say, or do what I mean, not what I say. And we'll slow one down. Should land just basically right on it. That's perfect. Alright. Probably don't even need to drag him into the cloud at this point. Doesn't look like it, eh? They'll be dead before we get looted this cache. We're close enough. Yeah, go this way. Not that we need to, but we can. So this cloud here is the white cloud. It increases signature radius, which will help with our missiles, because it'll bring their signature radius up closer to our explosion radius and speed. Explosion radius, which will let us kill them faster. But it looks like we're actually going to have them dead before we need it. That's okay. It's a nice easy room to make up for the last room. Yeah, we're good here. We're actually just going to head to the gate. Let's reload. Let's bring out our drones. 2's not going to be enough to kill it, but I don't want to reload. Well, I'm going to have to reload again anyway, I guess. Actually, 2 might have been enough. Look at that. Perfect. So we'll pulse this once, then we'll slam on the brakes when we get close. We'll let our reload get to about half. We'll jump to the final room. That room was nice and fast. No problem there. All right. Yes, I talked about it in my last blitzing mission video, but I'll talk about it here as well since it's more related. Cal finally lost his Gila he's been using to run level 3s and level 4s. He lost it in level 3 site to a bunch of nuding cruisers and a nuding battleship, the drifter ones. So the thing with the fit that he had was it works, 99% of the time. But when you get that one spawn, there's just nothing you can do about it, pretty much. I mean, you can get lucky. I almost survived it. I probably could have had I killed the battleship first, maybe. I don't know. I saved it to last, and I got it down to like 10% hull before I actually bid it. So there is a chance I could have done it, but general consensus is that that site, that specific, wow, I can't even words at the moment. That specific spawn is like the bane of the passive fit Gila. Turned off my afterburner, turned off my hardeners, and I just ate it. Couldn't pull range because I wasn't fast enough without the afterburner. Alright, I'm gonna loot that. We'll shoot this last 2 guys. Let's bring our drones out for a little bit, get some DPS up here. This is the final room, and we're clearing it pretty quickly, so that's excellent. So definitely saying this fit works in T1s and can only get better from here. That's not a bad pull. Start heading to this gate. Do we have him shooting our drones? Yes, probably. But doesn't seem to be able to hit them, so that's good. There's our reload. So after this, we'll restock our missiles and repair our stuff. I'll look at some upgrades, see if I can squeeze a little more DPS and tank out of it. Maybe switching to an afterburner. We will see. Problem with the Afterburners, we won't be able to close distances quite as quick, but we can speed tank a little better, so that might be an option. Okay, man, missiles. We need our missiles. Our drones just aren't cutting it here. Moving doesn't really help all that much against the frigates. They can track us just fine. Hey, why are these guys not focusing? Because I don't have them on focus fire for some reason. That's weird. Not sure when that happened. Okay. Nice. And that's our final room of the final conduit, or final pocket of this episode. So it's good to be back. Definitely need to get back in the swing of it after 2 weeks not doing it. But it does feel good to be back here flying in the Abyss. Looks like the recording turned out alright. We'll see how it looks in post. But I think my new settings are holding. I did have that slight hitching just for a few moments there. I'm hoping that was the only one, then I just didn't not notice them. Didn't not notice them. Something like that. Alright, and we are done. So it looks like we pulled about 5 million out if we include the filaments, which we won't, because I'm going to keep them, because we may use them. But even just in these is another 3.5 million. Like I said, these go for about 100k a piece. You take them to a DED station, cash them in. So it's just basically blue loot. Doesn't serve any other real purpose but to make ISK. And this I will give to my builders, and they will use it to turn it into tasty Triglavian ships. Maybe I'll sell it to them, or I'll sell it to Cal, and then he can donate it. Because Valyria needs money. Alright. Guys, thanks for watching. As always, comments down below. If you're interested in checking this out or having people to talk to about the Abyss, looking at invasion fleets, which I do intend to show on the channel. I just need some time to figure out how I want to do that. Definitely look us up on the public Discord. The links will be in this video. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put them in this video. Any of the old links don't work. That's something that happened between last video and this one. We had our Discord got hacked into, someone's credentials got given out or got taken, and all of our channels and invite links got blown away. A bunch of people got kicked out of the server. We've since secured that up, but it did kill any existing links. I'm not going to be able to go back and change the existing. That's a lot of work for 300 something videos I have. So I'm going to start using the new one now. I will have a website going up in the next little bit, and that will have a link as well. And once that site's up, all of my links will be coming that site. So if that happens again, we won't have this issue. But definitely check us out on our public Discord. Don't have to be a member to chat with people there. Lots of good chatting people. Getting into the corp also allows you to easily join any of the Abyssal fleets or the Triglavian invasion fleets that get run, as I said, pretty much daily. In fact, I think Ash is firing one up here right away as of the recording of this video, as soon as he's done whatever it is he's doing. So definitely come check us out. Go check Ash Drosty's stream out if you're interested in looking at the invasion, and I'll see you guys there. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.